Hi there, I'm Chris, and today I want to talk to you about the Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, is one of my favourite concepts. So much so that prior to running PPC Geeks, I had a company that was named after it, and that was a decade ago. I've been using the Pareto Principle in my life, my Google Ads management, and running the business for a long time. And I think it's one of the most impactful things you can do to manage your PPC campaigns. So what is the Pareto Principle? It's known as the 80-20 rule because it's the observation from a famous Italian economist called something Pareto that suggests that roughly 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. In the context of PPC, that translates into the idea that a small portion of your keywords, your landing pages, or your ad groups typically generate the majority of your conversions. So why is it important, and why am I talking about it to you today? It's essential that PPC advertisers use this principle because it helps focus your efforts. You've not got enough time to do everything, so you want to make sure that you're using your time as effectively and your budget where it's most likely to produce you your results. By identifying the 20% of factors that produce 80% of your results, you can allocate your time, budget, and energy more strategically and therefore maximize your return on investment. So how can you apply this in PPC? You have to have your tracking right. If your tracking's not right, you can't know what's working and what's not. Then you can go on to analyze campaign data. For example, in Google Ads, you can use reporting tools to identify which keywords, landing pages, or ad groups generate the most conversions. You can identify high-performing elements, so focus on the 20% of keywords, landing pages, or ad groups that are driving the majority of the conversions, but also conversely, you can see what's costing you the most money for the least return. You can invest in those high performance, so you can allocate more of that budget, the resources, and the optimization, the split testing efforts to the top performing elements. And you can optimize the underperforming elements. You can move, for example, products that are underperforming into separate campaigns and monitor them separately, or disregard them based on the business requirements, etc. Identify the 80% of keywords in that case, and landing pages and ad groups again, that are not performing as well, and make the necessary adjustments. So here's some examples. Consider a scenario where you're running a PPC campaign for a shoe store. You might discover that 20% of your keywords, such as running shoes or trainers, generate 80% of your conversions. By focusing your keyword research and targeting efforts on these high-performing keywords, you can get more clicks from relevant users and increase your sales. Similarly, you might find that 20% of your landing pages, such as product pages for specific shoe models, drive 80% of your conversions. By optimizing those landing pages as the ones to prioritize for a better user experience, you can have clear calls to action, more relevant product information, split test various elements. You can enhance your conversions from those ad clicks because you already know they're working better. So the Pareto Principle is a very powerful tool, not only for PPC but for life, that can help you make data-driven decisions and maximize campaign performance. By identifying those 20% of elements that produce 80% of the results, you can allocate resources more effectively, improve your conversion rates, and achieve your marketing goals. And in your life, you can do the same with what brings you the best results in your fitness, your wealth, your health, all that kind of stuff, and focus on those to get better. These things apply because they are first principles thinking, and that's what we do here at PPC Geeks. And I invite you to enjoy our content about that.